Greetings. This is Master Phil with another Master Phil mashup. This is episode number 4. Now, this is a subject I've been wanting to broach for quite a long time. It's, CO2 and, what's really going on with this climate change. So, first of all, the climate does change. And one of the things that these proponents have failed to address is the medieval warming period that occurred somewhere from 900 to 1300 AD, when temperatures were warmer than they are right now. And the thing is that the population of the world was about 1/5 of what it is today. And in addition to that, there was no industry. So try to explain that. Anyway, we talk about the amount of CO2 and the carbon footprint and so forth and so on. And wow, we're all going to die because there's too much carbon, blah, 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 blah. Well, carbon dioxide, CO2, is used by trees. Trees take this gas in, and then you know what they give off? Oxygen, that stuff that we breathe. So, it does have a place here. Anyway, let's go and delve into how much is actually in our atmosphere and how much these experts really know about it.
Let me ask you, what percentage of the atmosphere is CO2?
What percentage of the atmosphere is CO2? I don't have that calculation for you.
So here, let's roll that back again. So this is on C-SPAN, and Representative
of the
and the Representative Dana Rollbacker is questioning the head of our EPA. Okay.
Is CO2.
What percentage of the atmosphere is CO2? I don't have that calculation.
Okay, so you're telling me you have one job. You are the head of the EPA. The head of the EPA, and you don't know what the percentage of carbon dioxide is in our atmosphere. You have one job. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. You're the head. You're the head. You are making policies based upon facts, and you don't know the facts.
For you, sir.
Maybe you could tell us what your personal guess is on what percentage of CO2.
I don't make those guesses, sir.
Okay, so she's not making a guess, and she has no idea. Yet she is writing policy that affects all of us. Yeah, it's very comforting.
Head of the EPA, you don't know. You have all of these laws based on, you're going to get your staff.
Oh, now look, now she's turned into her little staffer. Oh, what's the answer? What's the answer?
Staffer to tell you now. But you're the head of the EPA, and you did not know what percent, and now you are basing policies that impact dramatically on the American people, and you didn't even know what the content of CO2 in the atmosphere was, which is the justification for the very policies you're talking about.
No,
thank you.
If you're asking me how much CO2 is in the atmosphere, not a percentage, but how much, we have just reached levels of 400 parts per million.
I was very clear what I was asking. I was very clear you didn't know. Let me ask you if CO2, from what I understand, is only 1/10, or excuse me, 1/2 of 1/10 of 1% of the atmosphere.
It's actually a little bit less. It's 0.04%.
And you believe that this minimal, tiny element, and by the way, only 10% of that, from what I understand, is actually man-made. And of course, whatever you're suggesting and is being suggested as the basis for creating these what we consider draconian controls is that 1/10.
So now we're supposed to go and convert all of our vehicles over to electric vehicles based on 0.04%, and we're responsible for about 1/10 of that. That makes perfect sense to me.
That is man-made of the 1/2 of 1/10 of 1/2 of 1%. that will have an impact on the weather to the point that it will actually impact people's health.
The gentleman's time has expired.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ward.
Oh, how apropos, his time has expired. Yeah, because they can't answer the questions. It punches holes in their theory. I mean, their theory is like Swiss cheese. It's got nothing, can hold nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Panelists, let me just go right down the line real fast. What % of our atmosphere is CO2?
So now they're questioning this caucus of, I don't know what to call them, but this caucus of people on this committee, House Transportation Committee. They're questioning them and how much of this group of, such knowledgeable individuals, what do they know? Let's see.
Take your best guess. You don't have to be accurate. All down the line.
Repeat that question.
What % of our
So now you need us to repeat the question. We've only asked about 37 times.
atmosphere is CO2, carbon dioxide? Wild guess, it's okay.
About 5%.
5?
I'll just follow you. We'll just,
Yeah, I'm glad they're having find a lot of humor in this. I'm glad they find it very, very funny as people are losing their jobs, our economy's falling apart, all predicated on the effects of climate change from 0.04% of the element that they claim is responsible. And, we're 1/10 of that.
I'll see their 5 and suggest that we know that transportation causes 49% of CO2. So that's why we're all working on energy transit.
Transportation, that is a bald-faced lie, and she knows it.
All right. So what number do you think it is?
5.
5? How about you? I didn't hear you, Mr. Dreyer.
7.
7. Did you have one, Mr. Boyd?
And now all these people who are making the policy are guessing. They are writing the policies and they're guessing. And people keep voting for people who hire people like this. That's real good.
So we got a 5, 7,
This Price is Right.
8. I'm gonna hit the high end.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. And I don't mean to I put you on ice. I ask a lot of people that because all we hear is climate change, CO2, CO2. I heard a couple of you on the panel saying you're looking to change your vehicles to electric, even though we don't have the electric grid. And me as a farmer, I wouldn't be real happy about running out.
Yeah, don't even get me started on the electric grid. We do not have the capacity. And the other thing is, if you're going to go and take trucks, and try to power them with batteries, you'll need a factory as large as a city to be able to generate enough power for a truck to drive across country. It's just insane.
Placing $300,000, $500,000, $1 million pieces of equipment because someone wants it to be electric. The answer is 0.04%, not 1%, not 0.5%. It's 0.04%. And it's gone up from 0.03 over the last couple decades. This is what we're being all contorted into doing, is this tiny change in CO2. If we get below 0.02, plant life starts dying up.
So there you have it. We have these people creating policies for us that are changing lives, destroying our economy, destroying life as we know it in America, and they don't even have the facts. That's completely irresponsible. Master Phil, signing off. Strength and honor.